Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Unveiling Phyllis mystery boyfriend and shocking new romance. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates suggest that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, mysterious new boyfriend will soon be unveiled. The most recent preview for October confirms that Phyllis is about to embark on an unexpected romantic journey, promising fans some exciting chemistry. Who might Phyllis be paired with? Someone already on the canvas, or someone new? Phyllis's partner hasn't been revealed yet, but a few possibilities spring to mind right away. Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, is the first, especially considering that previous spoilers suggested a love triangle between Phyllis, Kane, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. Since Phyllis and Kane have a unique understanding of each other's quirks, there's a possibility they might combine business with pleasure. Kane is feeling lonely and frustrated after being rejected by Lily multiple times. In addition, it is evident why he might be attracted to the one person who understands and doesn't judge him for his power struggles, given that Kane's children are pushing him away. Phyllis is the only person who doesn't judge Kane. Kane is being treated like the big bad wolf in Genoa City, but Phyllis recognizes a strong man who could have exciting encounters with her. Kane could easily get caught up in the fantasy of being a powerful couple with Phyllis if this continues. On another note, Roger Howarth is set to make his debut in a mysterious role soon. There is a possibility that he will take on the role of Tucker McCall, which Trevor St previously played. John, especially considering how frequently the show has mentioned Tucker. It's possible that Y&R wants to reunite Phyllis and Howarth, as they previously appeared together on General Hospital. Roger Howarth and Michelle Stafford had mad chemistry on GH. Even though Phyllis has a messy past with Tucker, we could see them getting heated once Howarth plays the role. However, Howarth could be playing a completely different character. It really doesn't matter as long as Stafford and Howarth have chemistry on screen, which they clearly do as Nina Reeves and Franco Baldwin on GH. Of course, nobody can rule out the idea of another surprise lover coming along and rocking Phyllis' world instead. Regardless of who Phyllis enters a romance with, it's nice to know she'll find someone to fall for this October. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis will make some intriguing updates to her love life, so stay tuned. The latest Young and the Restless spoilers and updates have fans buzzing as Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, stands at the center of a thrilling new storyline. After months of scheming, redemption attempts, and emotional roller coasters, Phyllis may finally be ready to open her heart again. The October preview confirms that Phyllis is about to embark on an unexpected romantic journey, and this time, it's not just another fleeting fling or manipulation tactic. Instead, it's a full-blown plot that is brimming with passion, intrigue, and the wild chemistry that Michelle Stafford is known for on screen. Phyllis has long been regarded as one of Genoa City's most unpredictable women. Whether she's seeking revenge, protecting her children, or trying to prove her worth to herself and others, she's rarely found peace in love. She has experienced heartbreak or chaos in every relationship she has had, whether it was with Jeremy Stark, James Hyde, or Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, played by Peter Bergman. Yet this time, the writers seem to be charting a different course. The preview teases a romance that's both surprising and emotionally charged, suggesting that Phyllis' heart may be drawn to someone new or perhaps someone viewers least expect. Who could the mystery man be? Speculation is rampant about the identity of Phyllis' new beau. One of the most talked about possibilities is Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Fans of soap operas are worried about this possible pairing because of the fascinating dynamic that could emerge between them. Kane and Phyllis are both wounded souls with ambition, cunning, and they've each faced rejection, mistrust, and social alienation in Genoa City. With Kane's confidence shaken by his repeated rejections from Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and his estranged relationship with his children, he's currently in an emotionally vulnerable place. Phyllis has been working hard to regain the trust of the people she betrayed. She is attempting to rebuild her reputation following her fake death and alliance with Jeremy Stark, and her relationships with her children, Daniel and Summer, are still fragile. In Kane, Phyllis might see a reflection of herself, a fellow outcast who understands what it's like to be judged by everyone but still fight for relevance. Kane, on the other hand, might take comfort in Phyllis' acceptance. Both characters crave validation and power, and a partnership between them could be intoxicating. Their connection might start with shared business interests or a joint mission to outmaneuver rivals, but their chemistry could quickly evolve into something deeper and more dangerous. Phyllis has always been drawn to strong men who challenge her, and Kane fits that mold perfectly. Unlike Nick or Jack, Kane wouldn't try to tame her, he'd thrive in her chaos. Only Phyllis can see the genuine Kane. Lately, Kane has been treated like the villain of Genoa City, a manipulator who can't be trusted. But Phyllis knows better. She sees the fire in Kane that others overlook, and she is no stranger to public condemnation. Their shared understanding of ambition and survival could make them an unstoppable duo. Imagine Phyllis and Kane merging their business acumen to create a powerful empire while falling into a passionate, unpredictable romance. Their union could rival the likes of Victor and Nikki in terms of intensity and influence. Still, there's always the risk that their similarities could destroy them. Two individuals who are motivated by ego, resentment, and emotional scars could easily explode. But that's precisely the kind of volatile energy that soap viewers live for, a love story that teeters between triumph and tragedy. Enter Roger Howarth, the wild card. Adding fuel to the speculation, General Hospital alum Roger Howarth is reportedly joining the young and the restless in a mysterious role. Fans are already theorizing that he might step into the shoes of Tucker McCall, a character recently mentioned multiple times on the show. Tucker's absence from Genoa City has left a gap, and Howarth's entry could fill it in spectacular fashion. If Howarth indeed plays Tucker, the chemistry between him and Michelle Stafford is almost guaranteed to light up the screen. The two shared an explosive dynamic on General Hospital as Franco Baldwin and Nina Reeves, and viewers still remember their captivating performances together. Reuniting them under the Y&R umbrella would be a stroke of genius. Tucker is a complex man, equal parts suave and dangerous, and pairing him with Phyllis could lead to an irresistible mix of lust, manipulation, and mutual respect. However, there's also the possibility that Howarth isn't playing Tucker at all but a completely new character designed to shake things up in Genoa City. If that's the case, his mystery role could bring a fresh spark to Phyllis' storyline. Imagine a charismatic stranger entering her life just when she least expects it, someone who challenges her emotionally and intellectually. After years of chaos, Phyllis might finally meet a man who sees past her flaws and meets her on her level. Phyllis' evolution, from schemer to survivor. Phyllis's love life frequently reflects her personal development. Her fans have noticed that she has become softer and more reflective over the past few months. She's still fiery and defiant, but there's a growing vulnerability underneath her sarcasm and bravado. This new romantic arc could mark a turning point, an opportunity for her to rediscover love not as a weapon or a strategy but as something healing. Her past romances often ended because she couldn't stop scheming or let her insecurities go. But now, with her family fractured and her alliances uncertain, Phyllis may finally be ready to open her heart for real. Whether it's Kane, Tucker, or a brand new face, this love story has the potential to redefine her. Chemistry and chaos await. One thing is certain, regardless of who the lucky man is, Michelle Stafford will deliver fireworks. She has an uncanny ability to elevate every romantic pairing she's part of, bringing authenticity and electricity to even the most unlikely couples. Whether the writers choose to reunite her with an old flame or spark something entirely new, this October promises sizzling scenes and emotional depth. Fans can also anticipate repercussions. Phyllis' children, especially Summer, might be skeptical of her new romance, fearing it's another setup for heartbreak or trouble. If her new partner is connected to other prominent families, the gossip mill in Genoa City will undoubtedly go into overdrive. A brand new beginning for Phyllis Summers. This storyline is more than just a romantic subplot, it's a reclamation arc. Phyllis has sabotaged her happiness for years, frequently becoming her own worst enemy. Now, as she steps into this new phase, she might finally find balance between her passion and her peace. The mystery surrounding her boyfriend's identity adds a layer of intrigue that fans can't resist. Will it be the wounded yet ambitious Kane, the enigmatic Tucker, or someone completely unexpected? This relationship, whoever it is, will test Phyllis's development and require her to love without fear or control. Wedding characters return and more. Danny Romalotti's, Michael Damian, and Christine Blair's, Laura Lee Bell, upcoming wedding has been revealed and more in the Young and the Restless spoiler reveal. Who can we plan on returning the week of October 6th? Favorite characters returning for the wedding will be Genoa, Patty Weaver, returns for the wedding. Of course, Christine's best friend, Nina Webster, will be on hand as well. On the 10th, Michael and Laura Lee will be back. Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, will be on set as well. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and Lily Winters, Christopher Cullill, will appear in the scene alongside Jess Walton. On October 7th, Kate Fairbanks Tessa Porter will return. Abby Newman Winters is back. Since last summer in France, Melissa Ordway as Abby Newman Winters has not been seen. Melissa is now back filming on the set. On her Instagram account, Ordway announced her return. Ordway was taken off contract over a year ago. Jess Walton is back to deal with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Kane Ashby. However, Billy informed Victor and Jack that when Jill arrived in town, she immediately went to Kane. Victor decided that it was time to split up and put an end to them. This week, it doesn't appear that Jill is meeting with any of the Abbotts, at least not on purpose. Tessa Porter investigate. Tessa Porter and Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziardi, will return from their trip to find out what happened with Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, at the hotel where she says she tried to choke a man. Michael and Tessa will acquire some information, but will it aid or hinder their efforts to save Mariah? Clearly, Mariah is still traumatized by everything that happened to him. However, Mariah was also triggered from Ian Ward's, Ray Wise, abuse when she was younger too. Ian had groomed Mariah to do some pretty mean things. After all of this, Mariah also took some time to adjust to her mother. Can Mariah ever get past Ian's manipulations? Changes and arrivals. This is your week's comings and goings. Jill obviously seems to be siding with Kane Ashby over Bill and everyone else. Jill doesn't see that even after all that has happened. Will Billy ever be able to regain his mother's favor? Will Jill ever take the time to settle things with her son, or would she rather claim Kane out of a sense of obligation? Kane is similar to his father, but Jill refuses to acknowledge this. Will Jill give her son the benefit of the doubt in the end? The Young and the Restless is setting the stage for a week of nostalgia, romance, and family drama that longtime fans have been waiting for. The much-anticipated wedding of Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, and Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, a reunion that brings back some of Genoa City's most beloved characters, steals the spotlight as October progresses. A week that is both heartwarming and dramatic is in store for viewers thanks to the return of beloved characters, the rekindling of old bonds, and the emergence of brand new emotional entanglements. Favorites of fans are back for a special celebration. In what promises to be one of the most emotionally charged and star-studded events of the season, several familiar faces are returning to celebrate Danny and Christine's upcoming nuptials. Genoa, Patty Weaver, who has been a fan for a long time, is one of those returning. Gina's presence at the wedding feels like the perfect nod to the show's rich legacy because she has always been an important part of Genoa City's history, particularly Danny's, and she is connected to Danny's past. Also returning for the occasion is Nina Webster, Trisha Cast, Christine's closest friend and confidant. Since Nina has been completely committed to Christine for decades, it makes sense that she would support her best friend on such a significant day. The on-screen chemistry between Laura Lee Bell and Trisha Cast is timeless. Their friendship, forged through years of love, heartbreak, and mutual support, continues to be a highlight for viewers who have followed their journeys since the 1980s. Melissa Ordway's Abby Newman's presence at the wedding will give the gathering of legacy characters a contemporary feel. As she re-enters Genoa City life after a lengthy absence, Abby's return signifies an important change in the dynamics of the Newman family. Abby frequently acts as an emotional link between the two powerful families, so fans can anticipate her interactions with the Abbotts and the other Newmans. Abby Newman Winters returns home. Since Abby was living abroad in France last summer, Melissa Ordway's return as Abby Newman Winters is particularly exciting. Her time away from the canvas had left fans wondering about the future of the Newman heiress, who has faced one heartbreak after another, from her tumultuous marriage to Chance Chancellor to the difficulties of balancing her business ambitions with her family's expectations. Ordway delighted her followers by confirming her return via social media with glimpses from behind the scenes. It's interesting to note that Abby's character was released from contract over a year ago, leading many to believe that she might have been written out forever. Abby's return, on the other hand, suggests that Genoa City still has a lot of stories for her to tell, especially now that her relationships with the Newman and Winters families can be investigated in greater detail. Abby might also be drawn into the most recent corporate drama with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and Jill Abbott, Jess Walton. She may be a key player in helping to restore order amid the chaos due to her business acumen and loyalty to her family. Jill Abbott returns to stir things up. Jill Abbott, the ever-evolving character, is back in town, and as usual, she is prepared to cause a stir. Jess Walton's portrayal of Jill has always been fierce, funny, and unpredictable, and this return is no exception. This week's storyline centers on Jill's complicated relationships with her son Billy Abbott and Kane Ashby. Jill seems to be siding with Kane over Billy, despite years of family tension, which has confused the Abbotts and viewers. Her apparent loyalty to Kane has raised eyebrows, especially since she appears to be distancing herself from her own son. Jill's reasoning, as always, is layered. She sees something in Kane that reminds her of strength and resilience, qualities she admires even if they come with flaws. Jill's alliances are noticed by Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Victor decides it's time to intervene and divide and conquer after Billy tells Jack and Victor about Jill's actions. This suggests that Jill and Victor, two of Genoa City's most formidable figures, may engage in a power struggle that could affect a lot of families. Tessa Porter investigates Mariah's mystery. Another major storyline unfolding this week involves Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and her emotional return to Genoa City. She and Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziardi, return from their trip to Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, who is in a troubling situation. Following a troubling encounter at a hotel where she reportedly attempted to choke a man, Mariah's mental and emotional state appears to be deteriorating. Her trauma and stability are questioned by this alarming behavior. Tessa takes it upon herself to discover the truth because she is deeply concerned for her wife. Tessa and Daniel continue to investigate, and as they do so, they come across snippets of information that may provide an explanation for Mariah's actions. However, these clues may also lead them into perilous territory. The storyline takes a psychological turn as it delves into Mariah's past, particularly the emotional scars left by her abduction and manipulation by Ian Ward, Ray Wise, years ago. Ian's shadow continues to haunt Mariah, and her current breakdown seems to suggest unresolved trauma bubbling to the surface. The show is handling this storyline with sensitivity, portraying the lingering effects of psychological abuse while also showcasing the strength of Tessa and Mariah's bond. Tessa and Mariah's enduring love story will likely be demonstrated by Tessa's fierce protectiveness and determination to support Mariah through thick and thin. Who is staying and who is going? Comings and goings. The happenings this week combine nostalgia and intrigue perfectly. The return of Gina Roma, Nina Webster, Jill Abbott, Abby Newman, and Tessa Porter gives Genoa City an emotional richness that longtime viewers will savor. The combination of veteran actors and newer characters creates a balance between honoring the show's legacy and pushing forward with fresh storytelling. However, the shifting alliances, especially Jill's favoritism toward Kane, are bound to cause ripples. Will Jill ever recognize that Kane's flaws mirror those of his father, Colin Atkinson? And will Billy ever win back his mother's approval? One of the most persistent conflicts in The Young and the Restless is their family dynamic, and it is evident that the writers are far from finished exploring it. A week of love, legacy, and unfinished business. At its core, this upcoming week on The Young and the Restless celebrates the show's history while deepening ongoing emotional arcs. The wedding of Danny and Christine serves as a symbolic reunion, a moment where the past and present meet, where love stories that began decades ago still have meaning today. From the joy of old friends reuniting to the tension of unresolved family conflicts, every storyline is connected by a common thread, the passage of time and the power of forgiveness. Abby's return represents renewal, Tessa's investigation represents healing, and Jill's stubborn loyalty to Kane shows the complexity of family ties that can't easily be broken. Genoa City is in chaos at the bachelor and bachelorette party. According to the latest news and spoilers for The Young and the Restless, there will soon be some frantic bachelor and bachelorette party scenes. Genoa City is in for double trouble, so let's discuss all the pre-wedding shenanigans. Cricket and Danny are getting married again in November, pre-wedding festivities happening soon. Fans of Y&R know that Christine Cricket Blair, Laura Lee Bell, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, are preparing for their wedding in November, but there will be some celebrations beforehand. A true soap wedding would not be complete without bachelor and bachelorette parties. Fortunately, the show will provide both, and viewers can anticipate some drama with them. As he gets ready to marry Cricket, Danny will have a guys' night. But will everything go according to plan before they get married? In the meantime, as Christine gets ready for her big day, she will spend a special night with her closest friends, including Gina Roma, played by Patty Weaver, and Nina Webster, played by Trisha Cast. Fans will soon be able to participate in the festivities because these parties will be shown in October, just before the wedding in November. Drinks, toasts, bonding, games and chaos. There will surely be a lot of drinks, toasts, connections, and maybe even a few games to play, and likely lots of music too, probably courtesy of Gina, since Danny's at his own party. However, as they always do, it appears that these bachelor and bachelorette parties will come with their own set of difficulties. Both of Christine and Danny's gatherings are likely to take a surprising turn, making it fascinating to see what might disrupt the night. Their celebrations with their guests won't be entirely smooth. Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, could easily intrude on these events, as we know she has some tricks for wedding-related sabotage. Naturally, there is still no indication of how far these parties will veer off course. Arrests and busts by police in the past have caused chaos. Historically, fans have witnessed pre-wedding chaos leading to police involvement and arrests, which is something to consider. However, it is likely that Y&R will avoid any issues involving law enforcement and instead deliver drama through intense confrontations, sharp insults, and possibly even a few desserts or drinks that fly. In any case, there will be a lot of exciting bachelor and bachelorette moments for viewers to anticipate. We will inform you of any upcoming surprises or twists. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Danny and Christine should brace themselves for anything, a celebration years in the making. Danny and Christine's love story has always been one that Y&R fans have followed with deep emotion. Their relationship spans decades and is marked by youthful passion, heartbreak, breakups, and renewed hope. Now, as the two prepare to walk down the aisle again, it feels like a full-circle moment for longtime viewers. But before they can say their vows, each of them will have one last night of being alone, and it will be filled with laughter, tears, and some shocking moments. The emotional and dramatic lead-up to their November wedding will be the bachelor and bachelorette parties, which will air in October. Christine will have a night of celebration and reflection with her closest friends, including the long-awaited returns of fan favorites Gina Roma, Patty Weaver, and Nina Webster, Trisha Cast. The reunion of these women, who have been together for years, promises to be filled with love and sparks. As they toast to love and talk about the journeys that led them to this point, the atmosphere will be filled with nostalgia. Meanwhile, Danny's bachelor party will be a classic guys' night out in Genoa City fashion. Despite the fact that he is well known for his music and charm, this celebration may take some unexpected turns. Fans can anticipate a mix of sentimentality and hilarity with friends like Paul Williams, if he returns, and Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, among others. However, Genoa City knows that peace never lasts. The peace before the fight. Both parties are likely to begin with joy and excitement at first. As everyone celebrates Danny and Christine's unwavering love, toasts will be made, glasses will clink, and heartfelt speeches will echo throughout the rooms. Live music, perhaps Gina or Danny himself serenading the crowd, may even contribute to the mood. Games, laughter, and emotional reflections will make it feel like a true family gathering. But as with every major soap celebration, this sense of calm is only temporary. Old tensions, unresolved resentments, and dark motives may soon surface beneath the surface. Christine and Danny's relationship has survived many obstacles, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, being one of the most persistent. Fans know that Phyllis never lets go easily, and given her complicated history with both Danny and Christine, It's hard to imagine her sitting quietly while the happy couple enjoys their pre-wedding bliss. The unwelcome guests, Phyllis Summers in The Young and the Restless. Phyllis Summers is almost a genre in and of itself when it comes to wedding chaos. She has been part of some of the most explosive weddings in Genoa City's history, and this time might be no different. Whether she crashes the bachelor or bachelorette party, or both, remains to be seen, but fans can almost guarantee that she won't resist stirring the pot. Phyllis's personal life has been difficult recently, and it is easy for her to act out of jealousy or resentment. Maybe she'll overhear something that triggers her temper, or perhaps she'll show up under the guise of patching things up with Danny, only to end up causing a scene. Her unpredictable nature ensures that no celebration is safe from her sharp words and dramatic flair. Her intrusion may result in verbal sparring, the disclosure of unsettling truths, and possibly even drink-throwing chaos, a beloved soap classic. Phyllis's presence will undoubtedly increase the night's tension, whether she is attempting to ruin Christine's important moment or simply struggling with her own loneliness. Nostalgia meets new drama. What makes these upcoming party episodes truly exciting is the blend of nostalgia and fresh storytelling. The return of beloved characters like Gina Roma and Nina Webster injects a sense of history and continuity that longtime viewers adore. These women have shared so many milestones together, from heartbreak to triumph, and seeing them rally around Christine in celebration will tug at fans' heartstrings. At the same time, the writers seem poised to use these parties to spark new storylines and conflicts. A casual comment, a gesture that was misinterpreted, or a surprise guest could quickly change the mood from one of celebration to one of conflict. Perhaps an argument at the bachelor party spirals into a secret revealed, or maybe an emotional confession at Christine's gathering changes everything leading up to the wedding. Danny and Christine's romance has always represented the hopeful side of love, but even the strongest couples in Genoa City face tests. These gatherings may signal the beginning of new difficulties that will test their renewed devotion to one another. Expect the unexpected. If history is any indication, Genoa City's pre-wedding parties rarely go off without a hitch. Y&R fans have seen everything from police raids to shocking arrests unfold in the middle of a supposedly joyful celebration. While it's unlikely that Christine and Danny's parties will escalate to that level of chaos, viewers can still expect mayhem in other forms: arguments, emotional breakdowns, and maybe even a shocking revelation or two. The drama doesn't always come from crime or scandal, it often comes from emotion. Decades-old tensions could resurface, friendships might be tested, and loyalties could shift in ways that impact the wedding and beyond. Perhaps someone confesses a long-held secret or blurts out a hidden truth after one too many drinks. Or, perhaps a surprise guest arrives and alters the entire atmosphere of the evening. Whatever happens, one thing is clear: both the bachelor and bachelorette parties will be memorable milestones not just for Danny and Christine, but for everyone in Genoa City. The emotional core, love, legacy, and redemption. Beyond the drama, these episodes are also about love and legacy. Danny and Christine's relationship has spanned generations of Y&R storytelling, connecting past and present in a powerful way. Their wedding and the events that came before it are a love letter to their fans who have followed their journey for decades. There's also a sense of redemption in their story. Both have faced heartbreak, betrayal, and personal setbacks. But through it all, they've found their way back to each other. Their parties may be filled with chaos, but at the heart of it lies a celebration of enduring love, something that still thrives even amid Genoa City's endless storms. Final thoughts: the calm before the wedding storm. As The Young and the Restless gears up for Danny and Christine's long-awaited wedding in November, the upcoming bachelor and bachelorette parties will serve as a perfect mix of heartwarming nostalgia and unpredictable drama. Fans should be ready for surprises, laughter, tears, and possibly some romantic chaos. Whether Phyllis crashes the party, old rivalries resurface, or a shocking secret changes everything, one thing is certain: these pre-wedding celebrations will have fans talking for weeks. With the return of Gina and Nina, emotional toasts, and possibly a few flying drinks, Y&R is proving once again that in Genoa City, even love comes with a side of drama.